There's no greater feeling than representing country. I like winning, like we all like winning, but I like the competition. I think possibly I would play bowls without the competition, but for me the competition is the thing that really sets it off. You know, when I go on the bowls green, I still want to be better than I am. So there's always something else that I could be doing. I've never once thought, that's it, I've done enough. There's not been like a defining moment. I think, you know, if I have won something, I want to go on and win it again. I've always been the baby of the family, so I've always been with mum and dad. I mean, you know, I remember growing up and we were playing bowls as a family. We would be playing bowls like 9 times a week because we'd be playing every night, and at the weekend we'd try and get 3 games in, you know, because we were in all sorts of competitions. It's quite nice that we had that time together as a family, doing something like bowls as a common interest. So, you know, I'm really grateful for that. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Emmy.
Do you fancy a game?
Yes. Yes.
See if you can beat me.
Okay, I'll try. Who's going first, me or you?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So I vaguely remember going down to the bowl club in Leicester.
Yeah,
Would that be about right when you first started?
That was when you were very young. We played, me and Mother played, and you came down and watched, sat on the side, and we played and we liked it, and after a while you started to have a roll up.
Have a go, because I didn't want to sit and watch.
Exactly.
I wanted to get involved.
Yes.
And that's when I played in the C team.
You played in the C team, we played in
the A team.
And you liked playing in the C team because they weren't so serious, and after the game they all went to the pub and bought you crisps and pop.
Pop, that's right.
You got better and you joined the A team because you could see that you'd obviously got the natural ability to play higher class, and when you was 12 you won the under 25s.
Yeah, that's right, the EBF under 25s in brown shoes and a white hat.
Yes, because that was a dress code at that time.
Many years ago, yeah, and now it's changed now.
Well, one of the most important things was, as bowls was known as an old man's game, you helped to change a lot of that.
Yeah.
When you were 19, the rules were you couldn't play for England senior team until you were
over 25.
Anything below that, you had to play for the junior team.
Yeah.
But you were so good at that time that they changed the rules for you, and you.
Well, I don't know if it's changed the rules for me, but they changed the rules.
They changed the rules, and that so you could play at 19, and that opened the gate for a lot of other people to come and play.
Yeah.
And it did a lot to the image of bowls. Instead of being an old man sport, it got so that anybody, providing they had got the ability, could play at any level.
Yeah, yeah, it was open. So previously Manchester got bronze, Melbourne got bronze medal, and we were playing Australia in the semi-final, and it got to the last bowl and we were laying game, and the Australian skip bowled the last bowl.
Here we go, one bowl to get into the final of the Commonwealth Games pairs. She looks wide.
And I could see it coming down, and I was like, I just turned to her and I was like, I'm going to be playing for a medal that I've never had. I'm going to be playing, because I knew it would, you know, I knew it would be silver or gold.
The English pairing of Ellen Faulkner and 𝗵𝗵𝗿 pushed through to the final.
And that makes me feel quite emotional.
And here it is, England versus Malaysia. England looking to improve on 2 bronze medals, so a lot of anticipation. And the England team, the lead is Ellen Faulkner, the skip 𝗵𝗵𝗿. They recorded a really nail-biting success just, well, an hour and a half or so ago. against Australia, and now they crack at gold medal glory here in India.
Like I say, even just watching it on TV, we were all super duper nervous, you know, watching every bowl, every move, you know, watching the opposition, trying to like figure it out and what's going to happen next, and we were just so nervous. After school club, we all ran back in because we knew it was crunch time, and we piled into our cupboard, which it was an office, but it was a cupboard, let's face it. There must have been maybe like 13, 14 of us in there, with possibly 2 students that probably should have gone home. But obviously wanted to see you in the final. Watching it on this tiny screen.
Smaller than this screen?
Yeah, smaller than this screen. Obviously taking the mickey out of you a lot.
Alright.
Well, the cap for starters.
So this is it. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 with the last bowl for Malaysia. How can she make 5 shots out of this situation? It looks impossible. Played with some weight, could pick up the jack into the bowl. But that will be it. They shake hands, and it'll be the gold medal for England. Ellen Faulkner and Amy Monkhouse, and they'll return to London.
There's no greater feeling than represent your country. And then to go on and achieve the best and to stand on the podium, yeah, this is what I was like. So when Harry was born in 2013, I kind of made the decision to step away from the elite squad because my focus had changed. Being part of the elite squad, you need to have, it needs to be all in. You need to be all in. And for me, I was still working full time. I had Harry. I knew that being part of the elite squad and with selection I might be away for periods of time, and that just, for me personally, and it works for lots of people where they can do it, but for me personally, it just didn't feel right. Everything changed. With all the aspects of my life, being a mum comes first, and that will take priority apparently for the rest of my life. I mean, you know, this is what my mum says, but yeah, that will always come first. So not being part of the elite squad in 2013, although it was massive, you know, and it was a massive kind of decision and lots of emotions, going back to that, being a mum was the most important for me. To be part of this Games is fab because he's old enough now, he's 8. He's sort of old enough to understand what's going on, even though he goes, you know, there is the time where he goes, "Are you going away again?" And I'm like, oh, it's only the second weekend. You know, I feel like I have to explain it to him. And I feel like I have to have an excuse, you know. I will be back Sunday night. But he kind of gets it. But yeah, where I was 2013, I don't think I would have been able to make that all in. And that's not fair on other people, not just me.
I feel like she feels she's had to fight that little bit harder for this, because obviously she did have to turn it down, and she did have that time out to have a baby, which, like you say, for female sports women, it is difficult. And then you don't know if you're going to be able to get back in the team. You don't know what's going to come around the corner, and the whole mum guilt thing kicks in again. So I feel like she's worked extra hard this time round to get to where she wants to be, and she's done it so amazing. She is literally Superwoman. I don't know how she manages to balance everything and be so good at everything. You know, she's good in every aspect. You know, she's an amazing leader at work, she's an amazing athlete, you know, she looks after herself, she trains so hard, and then she comes home and does all the mum and wife stuff. I'm like, oh my God, not for me.
Very proud Just sort of, it doesn't, like I said, nothing really seems like any sort of sacrifice, even though they are happening on myself and Harry's behalf, because it's just that's what Mum does, so that's what we do. But yeah, so we're always very, very proud. It doesn't matter if it's at Team England or if it's just at club level. No different. Harry's very proud of his mummy, and I'm very proud of her for everything she's doing.
There's always that, you know, am I doing it for the right reasons? And to be selected for the Commonwealth Games is definitely, you know, I think, yeah, I'm doing this for all the right reasons, and yeah, I just want a medal, and that would be fantastic, and I think that would top it all off.